Hello, today is the 11th of March 2026 and in this video I really want finally to present you what I started and what I call DEW Linux, which is a little project of mine. Now, if I have to tell you everything in one video, it's gonna be a little bit long video. So this is why I'm going to split this video into several other videos. This video is going to be the introductory video telling you exactly what this is and what is it about, who is it for. The next video would go how to install it, and the next few videos would be what can we do with it and how to use it. So what is this? I know it sounds like Linux distribution, and for a moment I had this idea to make it, but basically what is this? This is just a directory with configuration and installation scripts, which what they would make when you run it is terminal only based modern Linux system for 2026, Debian based. So yes, why I created this? Now, to understand what I created and why, you have to understand where I'm coming from. So I'm coming from the DOS era of the 90s. Yes, I've used Apple II similar computers a little bit before that, and I'm very nostalgic for that era, but my first computer was DOS based, and in the 90s with DOS we used to do so much things. Now, for those of you who don't know, DOS was an operating system which, similar to the Linux terminal, you used to type commands and do things. And in the beginning it was very basic, but it evolved with the years. So in the end we had colors and we had so many things. So one day I was watching this, the Fallout TV series. And I'm a huge fan of Kyle MacLachlan, so I immediately loved the series from the get-go, and actually they are good series. But and I've never played a Fallout game, but in the series what I noticed is this, and this is the Vault Overseer terminal. Actually, these are like computers which the overseer of the vault used to do things. By the way, there is a lot of noise coming behind me because there is a school and the weather is great, and right now all the children are in the schoolyard and screaming and playing, so apologies if you hear too much noise. Also, there is a big street beside me, so I hope that this is not distracting you. So let's continue. I love the Overseer terminal, and I was like, can we do something similar in 2026? Well, of course, you can run Apple II emulator, but why? I was like, let's try to assemble terminal-based system in 2026 and see what you can do with it. This is why I decided to start Project DEW. And basically what this is, so when you run my installation and configuration scripts, you will end up with terminal only system and some goodies installed and pre-configured for it. Okay, let me explain a little bit. So you are looking at a virtual machine. The whole thing is designed that you can install it on an actual laptop, but I didn't have spare laptop to try it on. So I install it on a virtual machine, and this is Debian 13 installed without desktop environment. I'm saying it again. This is Debian 13 without desktop environment. Nothing graphical here in regards to the Debian, the desktop environment. And the idea was to see what you can do with it. So my initial idea was this. I actually, if you take a look at my GitHub repository, you will see that I started phase 1 and phase 2. So I split the whole project in 3 phases. Phase 1 was system design specification. Phase 2 was the assembly of the system, and phase 3, which I'm very much behind schedule, is the making of the videos, when the system is already ready for work and use. So I started 1 month ago and a little bit actually, and I'm very much behind schedule because I've got stuck when I decided to configure using Gmail with email client. I'm gonna talk in a separate video about this, but right now it's ready to use. So yeah, the system design came from the core idea of using modern terminal only based system in 2026, and I wanted to see where we can go. Also, later my idea evolved, let's make it a little bit comfortable. The next evolution was okay, let's see how much of what we were able to do with DOS in the 90s I can do with Linux in 2026. And the final idea is, let's do something that I can present to Linux newbies, and also personal sandbox, because here I would try some terminal projects that I see people develop, and I would test which of these I want to adopt and install on my actual operating system. So this is basically what DEW Linux is about, because new Linux users, right now I see, by the way, people asking on Reddit, I want to migrate from Windows to Linux, what distro should I choose? And of course, the obvious 90% answer is go get Mint. Mint is a Debian derivative, so let's choose Debian, assemble a system, see where it can go, what we can do with it. Now, one core design principle for me out of the nostalgia was, let's use the most basic terminal available, and this is the 8-color terminal. You know, in the late few months, I'm very nostalgic for the time of the 16-color EGA mode, because there is one game that is just released on Steam yesterday that I've got, and it's a 16-color game, and I was like, okay, let's keep it like that with the terminal too, and see what is available, because most folks would go for these beautiful modern graphic terminals like Kitty and so on, and these, however, go far beyond of what I want to do. So I wanted to put this limitation of the 8-color terminal and show what's available here. So let's stop talking right here and see and show actually what you can do with Project DEW. So here is where I was coming from. The most basic things that you can do. Probably let's start with the email. What you're looking at is a test Google account that I created specifically for this project, and here are my emails. This is one email, another email, and actually here somewhere there are emails with attachments. I'm not sure which one of these was it. Oh yeah, I think this is one. Yes, attachments. This is an attached picture. So yes, my Google inbox, my Google spam folder, and so on and so on. Wikipedia. Yeah, my internet is a little bit slow today. This is Wikipedia. Sure, we can use it as a website too, but this is a little bit more fancy. What else? Well, my Google contacts actually. Oh, I didn't pull them out. Okay, let's get them now. My Google contacts. And we can use them when we create new email. Actually, let's use the contact. Sorry. Yeah, using Google Contacts. Email sent. Okay, what else can we do here? We can have help. What you're looking for basically are these HTML pages. I could do Markdown, but I intentionally kept it as HTML. So I put history of, put list of what's installed, so you can check exactly what's available on the system, and the history of the project, little help, even chess help, because I'm not a chess player, but I decided to install the world's strongest chess engine, and you can have it. And what I'm going to show you, despite that this is an 8-core terminal, is a little hack that I did in order for the chess to look good, because normally when you launch the chess it would look like this. It's okay, but I don't like it like this. So I made it look like this. And again, we are still in the terminal. Looks way better, right? I will never be able to beat this opponent because this is Stockfish, the world's strongest chess engine. What else I can show you? Maybe, oh yes. So I already demonstrated that we can see a photo but I always forgot the name of the other application, so let's see. Video, MPV, okay. Now let's actually raise the volume of my host operating system and see a video. Great. By the way, I'm doing it in the host operating system, the volume control, only because it's a little bit faster, but here we have mixer 2, and what was the music player? MOCP, okay. Now, this is MP3 file. So the demonstration here is that we can play music through the terminal. And since you're watching me using my host operating system sound mixer, yes, there is a mixer here too. I do it in my host OS just because it's a little bit faster for the purpose of this demo. Okay. Okay, what else you would like to do in the everyday life? Text, spreadsheets, things like this. In 2026, this application is the Linux most advanced word processor for the terminal. So I already created some files for the purpose of the demo, so you have something to look at. The different colors indicate bold, italic, underline. Lorem ipsum right here is a title actually. This is why the different color. Spreadsheet. Okay, so for the purpose of this demo, I created just some basic, very basic budget-like table. So you have items, income, expenses, dates, and these here are formulas. So as you can see here with the cyan, this is exact number typed, this is formula, this is the sum of cells C2, which is here, up to C20, which is here, and the sum is this one. This is the sum of the cells B2 to B20, so B2 is here, B20 is here. And this right here is the difference between these two. B22 minus C22, this is the result. I'm explicitly showing that this is a formula to indicate that this works. And also, what you can see here with cyan, this is the sheet name. So this application right here supports multiple sheets. Yeah, so we can view actual Word documents, and the application is actually doc view, so We can use the mouse, by the way, except that right now the two mice pointers are not that synchronized, but still. This is an actual Word document. And something I forgot to show you, but I can show here, is this. So we have text editor with very powerful spell checker. Since you cannot see it very well here, let's demonstrate it here. So let's create simple text. And let's turn on the spell checker. Immediately two words are highlighted. We can go and fix them. We go to the first word. We choose from the proposed proper words. We select which one we want and it's fixed. Let's go to the second word. It's fixed for us. And that was the English spell checker. But I installed also let's try the French spell checker. Yeah. Now this word, this is in English right here. Let's delete it. Let's go to the word and let's see. Correction. Yeah, okay. This right here should be a special French character. This is why it's displayed like this. French special characters is something I never tested in the terminal. That's why you see it like this. Second word correction. And third word correction. In this case, it's number 9. Okay. So I created configuration for English spell checker, Bulgarian spell checker, Russian spell checker, French spell checker, and no spell checker at all. This is available also when we type emails. Let's turn on the spell checker. Oh, actually it's when we start typing an email. Okay, let's start an email. Cool. First word, let's fix it. Second word, let's fix it. Third word, let's fix it. Correct. Let's send the email. So basically this is the demo of the email. However, we can do some software development. Let's start with some shell script. So this is shell script. We have syntax highlighting. Let's try Python script. Immediately we have some issues, warnings and stuff from the linter. We can go to the next one with simple button combination and to the previous one, and at the bottom of the screen we have suggestion what is this and how to fix it. Now something that I installed yesterday is HTML validation. So let's load an HTML file. Okay, so syntax highlighting. Let's go to the issue, see what it is about. Trimming empty. Okay, it's an empty paragraph. Cool. And pretty much the rest of the issues are the same thing. But let's create some bad email. Bad HTML. So immediately we are told that we don't have title element. Let's still continue to create. As you can see, in real time I've been told what are my issues. Yeah, so I just shown you the most important aspects of what I created. And the beauty of this is that I spent lots of time to make it very user-friendly to install. You just use one command, and that's make. You have help for it, and you can install most stuff by just typing make. I will go over this in my next video. Basically, let's see what's our time. 30 minutes. So for an introductory video, I think this is the end. Basically, as you can see, this is pretty much comfortable terminal only system created in 2026. There are things which in 2026 still you cannot do, and I'm going to show you. Here are my use cases. Pretty much everything which we used to do in DOS in 1997, you can do still in 2026, but still some things are not mature or not available yet. So, word processing. Word grinder is good, but it's miles away from what Word for DOS was in 1997. And you can try to argue with me, but trust me, there is no point. Word for DOS from 1997 is still way more powerful than Word Grinder is in 2026. Also, I tried to make a way to view Microsoft Excel documents in the terminal, but currently I cannot do that. And again, we're talking because I'm using very limited terminal. For a graphic terminal, probably there is a way, but not for this one. Video editing, creating music, picture manipulation, these three things are also not available, at least not to my knowledge. Basically, that's it. There are lots of things that you can do with this system, as you can see it here, and I've listed it all here. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can install everything, and then I will start showing you how you can use it. For now, thank you very much for watching. This is the end of this video. I hope that I was able to show you something interesting and get your interest in the Linux terminal. So thanks for watching, goodbye, and watch my next video. I'll show you how you can get into this. I'm Streyev, goodbye.